Today I'm going to tell you 10 things you need to know before PCSing to Fort Bragg. I'm going to talk about, should you buy a house? Should you rent a house? How's the crime here? How are the schools here? What are the best schools? How big is Fort Bragg? What cities are near Fort Bragg?
Important things to discuss.
I'm going to tell you everything you want to know starting right now. So the first thing you should know is Fort Bragg is a big ass base. Fort Bragg is right next to Fayetteville. We've got other little pockets and cities nearby: Hope Mills, Spring Lake, Stedman, Eastover, Raeford, and Harnett County, just to name a few. Fort Bragg is the biggest base on the East Coast, if not the world. Fort Bragg has 160,700 acres of land, or 251 square feet.
A lot of land, a lot of cap.
Now, the entrances into Fort Bragg are only three. First one's going to be Yakin Road entrance. Then there's All American Freeway entrance. Then you've got the north side Spring Lake entrance. These are the three main entrances that are open 24 hours a day. Next thing to talk about are going to be the taxes. Now, depending on where you're moving from, taxes here are very, very cheap. North Carolina was ranked number 20 out of all 50 states with the lowest amount of taxes, 1 being the lowest, 50 being the highest. The state tax is 4.75 and the local tax is 2.75 with a combined tax of 6.99. And if you're looking to buy a home, the taxes on your home are going to be a little cheaper out in the rural areas, of course, compared to right in the middle of the city. You're looking at, if you buy something in the city limits of Fayetteville or any other little neighboring town, you're looking at paying the county taxes and the city or town taxes.
That's not fair.
If you just buy in the county, you're just paying county taxes. So the number 3 thing is, should you buy a house? Should you rent a house? Or should you live on base? Now, full disclaimer, I am a real estate agent. I help people buy and sell homes. So if you're looking to buy a home in Fayetteville or the surrounding areas, please reach out to me. Love to help you. If you're looking to rent, unfortunately, the company I work for, eXp Realty, does not have a property management team, so unable to find you a rental. So if you're looking to purchase a home, the median price range in Fayetteville and the surrounding areas is between $250 and about $280. And with that, you're looking to get it in 3-bedroom, possibly 3 or 4 bedroom home between 1,700 to about 2,100, 2,200 square feet. And of course, it all depends on the location. Something in Fayetteville could be more expensive or cheaper in another part of the town or out in a rural area. Of course, location compared to something out in Hope County or Raeford. And of course, if you're looking to use your VA loan to purchase your home, please check out this video right up here where I talk about VA loans. Now, at the time of this video, it is a seller's market in our area. What does that mean? Selling. Low supply of homes, high demand of buyers. So we actually have about 900 active homes on the market as we speak. And typically in a balanced market, we'd have 4,000 to 5,000 active homes. So right there, it tells you we've got maybe 20 to 25% of normally what we would have to be a balanced market. So there's a lot of bidding wars, a lot of over asking price, high due diligence, high earnest money. And of course, if you're looking to move to the area and you live far away, I can definitely do a video tour for you. I can also do FaceTime live for you. We can do both. If you got someone nearby that is close or living here at the base that you trust, family or friend, let me know. I'll be happy to go out there with them, show the house to them, and show it to you on either a video or, like I said, FaceTime live. If you're looking to rent a home, the average rental price is about $1,200 to $1,400 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. For a 4-bedroom home, you're looking around $1,500 to $1,700. Of course, all this depends on the area. And if you're looking for a 5-bedroom home, you're probably looking around $2,000 a month for rent. And right here in front of you is your BEH for 2023. So definitely take a look at that and see where you fall at with, of course, without dependents and with dependents, and what rank you are, of course. And if you're looking to live on a base, you're looking at 6 months to a year, depending on what time of the year and on troop movements. So it's very hard to get something on Fort Bragg. And of course, you're not always guaranteed what you would like. So if you want a certain house, it may not be available. They're going to give you what they give you. Of course, you probably know that being in the military. Next thing I'm going to talk about is the weather. So we get all 4 seasons here: summer, spring, fall, and winter. It doesn't get too cold here. I would say I've seen the coldest I've seen it get is recently, in the past couple of years, was about below 30. Low is maybe 20, 25. Of course, to me, that's not cold. To you may be cold, all in preference, of course. But when we don't get a lot of snow, I think the last time it snowed here was probably about 3 years ago. Now it's like snowflakes. Snow day! Not even half an inch of snow on the ground. Now, we do get a lot of black ice and, of course, freezing rain and hail. So it makes it a little tough to get around town because Fayetteville, we don't get bad weather like that. So we don't have a lot of snow trucks, plow trucks, things like that to push all this other way. So when you see that delaying school or work or people run out and stay inside, definitely do what they do. You may be more driving expert and where you came from, where the winter's real bad, which is fine. That's, you do what you feel comfortable doing, but just be aware that they may not be clearing all the roads for you. Now in the summertime, it gets bad here. We have a humidity of about, typically average about 70% humidity here.
It's the humidity!
And we get a lot of pollen. Typically with the pollen, it usually gets here around mid-spring, and it hangs out here to about May or June time frame. I would say the peak of the pollen is definitely end of March into the middle of April, sometimes May. That is when it's the worst. Your car will be covered in the yellow shit. And then just to go back to humidity, when it's about 70% humidity here, it's going to get very, very sticky. So definitely jumping out of the shower and putting on deodorant and all that stuff, your clothes are going to stick to your body. It's just the way it is. It sucks. Trust me. I know. I was a cop for 20 years, 10 months at the Fayetteville Police Department, and I hated working during the summertime because it got so hot here. And since I just mentioned I was a cop, we'll go right into the crime. So, as a real estate agent, due to Fair Housing Act, I'm not allowed to give you my opinion on the crime.
Yes, crime does pay.
I always get asked this question: where's the best place to live? I want a good neighborhood, things like that. Wish I could tell you, but I can't. We're not allowed to give our opinion. The crime stats are public knowledge, the data. So definitely go to a website called Neighborhood Scout. I will leave that right here in front of you, the screen right here in front of you, here at the bottom. Check that out, and also be in the description. So check out that website. All you have to do is, if you see a house that you like or an area you like, just type in the street, 123 Main Street in Fayetteville, and it'll pop up all the violent crimes, all the property crimes, things like that. So you know where you should live, where you should not live. Now, me personally, I've lived there for over 35 years. I've raised my son here. He's now 20 years old, off at college, doing good things. And I've never seen or had a problem, and I know as a cop, but my personal opinion, I didn't see a problem with the crime here as much as you may hear. Of course, that's my opinion. And again, I can't give my opinion. I'm just telling you, as a retired cop, I don't think it's that bad here, but to each his own. So take it with a grain of salt. And the next thing we'll go to is the schools. Now, again, due to the Fair Housing Act, I'm not allowed to talk about the schools.
What can you tell us?
But again, I've got a website for you, and I'll put it right here at the bottom. See, it's right there. And it will give you a report card rating of every school in North Carolina. I know you're only looking for Fayetteville, but it's an easy website. You go to it, pick Cumberland County, and it'll tell you every school in Cumberland County, public school, from pre-K all the way up to 12th grade. So you'll be able to see which ones are the best schools for the little ones, or the big ones, the teenagers. So the next thing I talk about is going to be the traffic. Now, Fayetteville is a medium-sized city. We've got a population of about, I'd say with the county, maybe 300,000 people, give or take. And that's including Fort Bragg too. So I don't think we're a very large city, but we do have our traffic jams. Scarborough gets backed up real good. Yakin Road, things like that. Just your normal rush hour traffic first thing in the morning. Everyone's trying to get on base. We're trying to get off base, but I don't think it's as bad as big major cities like Chicago, New York, LA. And of course, that's my opinion. Again, from where you come from, it could be really bad. You could be PCSing here from Hawaii, where the traffic jam's real bad because it's an island, and where you're going to go. So it all depends on where you come from. DC, you may come from DC, come in here, you may think, oh, this is great. I know, Washington, D.C. obviously is going to be clustered and congested together. So it all depends on what you think, what is good or bad traffic. And just about typically, it's about a 25 to 30 minute drive to Fort Bragg, depending on where you live at in the city.
Green Berets out of Fort Bragg. Now,
they got 295. They're built. They just built, and they're still adding on to it. So 295 is an outer loop highway that is connecting Hope Mills, Spring Lake, Raeford, Fayetteville to Fort Bragg. So it's one big outer loop, and they're still building it. It's got another 5, maybe 6 years on it, I believe. But most of it is done. So it makes saving. It definitely makes the commute a whole lot easier. I'd say before 295, you probably saved about 10 to 15 minutes on your commute now compared to maybe 5 years ago. So definitely an improvement, in my opinion. Now, even with Fort Bragg being such a large base, there are some things to do on the base itself. So if you live on the base, living on the base, there are some things to do there, not a lot of things. They were building a large shopping center with about 50,000 square feet. Unfortunately, that got axed. The shopping center was going to be called Freedom something. I can't remember the name of it. They were actually copying what they built the same shopping center, I believe, in Fort Hood, and they're going to bring it here, same builder, all that stuff. For whatever reason, it got axed. I'm not sure why. It was going to have movie theaters, stores, Victoria's Secret, Forever 21, whatever the normal stores are out these days. But unfortunately got axed. So definitely if you're looking to go to the movie theater, we've got some great movie theaters outside of Fort Bragg. There's nothing on Fort Bragg that I know of. And I'm a civilian, so I'm not on Fort Bragg a lot, but I think other than bowling alleys, some gyms, obviously we got 2 PXs also. We've got 2 commissaries. So definitely, being a large base, it makes it a whole lot easier. So you can go to either commissary depending on which one you live closer to. But not a lot of fun things to do on base that I'm aware of. Of course, if you live there and you're watching this video and you definitely know something, please let me know. Drop it in comments below so we can share with everybody else. And if you haven't heard, North Carolina is a beautiful state, at least I think it is. And we are close to the East Coast. You're probably about hour and a half, hour 45 minutes from Wilmington, which has Kerr Beach, Carolina Beach, Fort Fisher, Sunset Beach. Then we've got Oak Island, we've got Topsail Island, and then we've got Myrtle Beach, which is in South Carolina.
I'm driving to Myrtle Beach.
But it's a very more touristy area. So definitely if you're looking for something that's, touristy, things like that, you don't mind a big crowd, definitely check out Myrtle Beach. Then they've got North Myrtle Beach, which is not as touristy as the other side. So you can definitely stay there and travel over. It's maybe you're talking about a 15-minute drive. That's what sometimes I do. We love going to Myrtle Beach. That's just us, though. But if you're looking for a beach that's a little more quiet, definitely head to Wilmington. The beaches out there are a little more quiet and not as much traffic. And there's some still fun things to do there. And downtown Wilmington is a very nice area. And if you're looking to head to the mountains, it's probably about a 4-hour drive to Boone and a 4-hour drive to Asheville Mountains. So definitely not too bad. You can definitely make a weekend trip out of it or a day trip, depending on you. But very nice. So I think we have the best of both worlds. We get the beach 2 hours away, mountains 4 hours away, not too bad. So definitely, if you're looking at things to do outside of Fayetteville, not hard to find. If you enjoyed this video, check out this video right here where I talk about VA assumable loans. What are they? What do they mean? And if you have any questions about moving to the area and you're looking to buy a house, please reach out to me. Love to help you. See you guys in the next video.